Here to talk about pack-a-cone and under fire. If you are not here already, get over here soon, people. This is going to be fantastic. It's starting now. And at 11:30, we're doing another random draw for the passport checkpoint. So stick around. And make sure you get scanned by me. All right. Take it away, Louis.
Okay. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me? Am I there? Am I there? I'm there. Good morning, everyone. Thanks for both showing up. I'm just doing a quick introduction on, and I remember I saw you at the booth, but haven't had a pleasure of seeing you yet. But I want to introduce you to a couple of products. First of all, welcome to the show. Thanks for coming out and at least giving me a crowd here. The first one I want to talk about are the pack-a-cones. I don't know if you've had the pleasure of seeing them. You know what? Since you're the only guys in the crowd, let's come down and let's put one in your hands here. You can take a look at that one. Well, I'm going back up here. Now, these cones are not designed to replace every cone in your fleet on the trucks. These are more for the, be it cable guys, inspectors. It could be for superintendents, supervisors, and something like that, because these are really going to be helpful with space. What you see here, I'll put this back. This is the bag here of the 30-inch cones and the bag of 5 of them. So there's 5 of them in this bag. So you can imagine in, say, a small minivan or in a pickup truck for somebody in your fleet there, it will fit on the floor of the passenger side. That's how small it fits in there. Now, the thing about the cones, as you notice when you picked it up, it's got a very heavy base. You're looking at about a 7 to 8 pound base. So you don't have to worry about wind taking these things anywhere and blowing them and blowing around and something like that. They're going to hold in place. Now, again, if you use these on your day-to-day trucks and something like that, if you leave them overnight, you're probably going to have to go back onto eBay to buy them from the kids that stole them from you. So, like, I don't advise that. But again, for the supervisors and the meter guys and everything else like that. Now, let's show you very quickly how to get it up. There's my bad joke of the day. There it is. Now, what I'll tell you about this cone is, according to the MTO Book 7, cones for street use, for pylons, will have to be minimum 28 inches and have a reflective collar on the upper third. So, with the cone that you had in your hands there, that's in the Pro Pack, I mentioned it already, it's a 30-inch cone, so now it exceeds that requirement. So it meets it and exceeds it. Also, here is the one reflective collar that's in the top third, so now you've met that MTO spec. Here's a second collar as well. Okay? So you get more reflectivity with this. Here's another bonus about this cone. On the bottom, if you want to take a look at that one down there, that's fine. And don't worry, if you order cones, you won't be getting any Ginsu knives. I promise you that, because I'm not up here to do that. You'll notice there's a yellow compartment right here. That is the battery compartment. 2 AAA batteries that go in there. And there's a gasket around there, and the 4 screws that holds it in place. Not to make it waterproof, but if you're in the situation where you're throwing it in mud, snow, rain, and so on like that, it'll hold together, no problem, and the lights will continue to work and the batteries won't get damaged. In the center there, you'll see the yellow circle. There's a gray switch there. Right now, the cone in my hands here is off. If you do press it once, it turns the light on. Hopefully it works here. There it is. That's in stationary mode. And then we can get it blinking. So now this cone is blinking. Imagine in a nighttime situation where there's, you know, an emergency situation, you throw 10, 15 of those out there, extremely visible for traffic and other coworkers and so on like that. Gentlemen, come on and grab a seat for a minute here if you want. You're all right? Okay, I don't blame you. If you want to run, you got to go. And then the final time to switch it off is like that, okay? And like my colleagues likes to say, there's no need for a 500-page manual on how to put these things down. Typically, the problem what guys do is when it's out, they're trying to grab the top one and struggle with it. You grab the top area there, put it down, and again, there's the cone down to about 2 inches. So again, there's 5 of these in the Pro Pack, and great for the situations as I described. Anybody got any questions? You're good to go? I got 10 minutes, and I'm only going to need about 2 more of it, so I have time to fix my hair after this. Fantastic. Okay, the next product. There's a lot of talk about FR gear and FR clothing and so on like that. What I wanted to bring to your attention is an FR garment. Now, again, I'll bring this down to you. Guys, come on over. You got to do the scratch and sniff while you're here for a good time. If you want to take a look at that. Now, this is not an outer garment that's got any reflective on it, something like that. What I wanted to talk to you about was an FR undergarment. So an undershirt, and we also at the booth, I didn't bring it here because I didn't need it for the presentation, is the underwear. You know, you've got your Nomex, you've got your other garments, it's only that for outerwear. Typically, guys are not even paying attention. They're wearing poly cotton, or they want to put a Nike wicking shirt on underneath because they want to keep the moisture out. But again, that's like a polyester, and that's a big no-no. And even with underwear, as much as we laugh about underwear, you know, having 100% cotton is a very good idea. Now, thank you very much for that. What I wanted to talk to you about this is, and because I'm up on the stage here, I can't really do it. I do welcome you to come by the booth. I'm at 325, so it's just aisle 300 at booth 325. I'll show you how well these things wick. I got a spray bottle there that I'll spray on the garments, and I got a spray bottle that I'll use also on the cotton, and you'll see how the cotton soaks everything up like a sponge. And that's the kind of garment that's against you when you have just a regular cotton shirt, and it'll keep that against you. So you just feel, let me be honest, you just feel horrible because it's all your sweat is just sitting against you. With a garment like this, it's 100% cotton with a manufactured technology that makes it, that helps with the FR and also has the properties that makes it wicking. So again, this goes underneath your other clothing that you're going to wear. Comes in a variety of different sizes, and when you come by the booth, you'll be quite impressed with the wicking properties of it. It's kind of like a wicking golf shirt and something like that. Kind of like that in the properties, but you'll be quite amazed. It's available in the underwear, in the undershirt, and even in a do-rag, a very simple one to put this underneath your hard hat to make sure that, you know, you want to keep your head cooler. It helps with body core temperature, and above all with these garments here, like that's why I put it in your hands, is that you can feel compared to the mod acrylics, like your Nomex and your other garments, that they have their purpose, but they're not comfortable in the least. They feel typically awful against your skin and something like that. These are feeling quite nice. So that's all I wanted to let you know about. If anybody's got any questions, I can take them here. I got time. Above all, we got our booth there. Come on by. You can take a look at the garments and see the wicking properties. Take a look at the cones even more, and we can talk a little bit further. Gentlemen, I thank you very much for actually sticking around. I really appreciate that, guys. You know, you didn't run off on me. And thank you again.